Hey guys, my name's Nick. Today we're going to be trying out The Letter. It's a horror visual novel that I found on Steam like 3 weeks ago, but haven't been able to get around to play because I've been setting up all my recording stuff. But now it's actually something that I'm really eager to get started on. It looks like it's going to be real cool. It looks like it's got a lot of cool jump scares and it's got an interesting story that's actually pretty long. 9 chapters I saw. So hopefully this will be a long Let's Play that we can really get deep into story-wise, so I'm excited. You know how I love my horror stuff. Oh, that was quick. Oh shit, what have I gotten myself into? I'm gonna butcher this name, but the Ermengarde Mansion? It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxembourg, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both are well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacies were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte of Ermengarde. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things and cries and howls that filled the night, and hearsays of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. 400 years, a house? Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Isabella. Should I click this?
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
A familiar jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter? What do you mean, what's the matter?
Everything voiced? This is pretty cool. I don't even have to talk.
Silly, I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Now hold on.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away.
Yeah.
Can't look all that great
I
after
wouldn't
400
be so sure
years.
about that. Not after.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Alright, I'm gonna check out this little icon because it says new. Undiscovered journal entry. Alright. But it says new. Oh, profiles. Oh, okay. So we got Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. Hey, we're both Geminis. Filipino. fine arts graduate, like cinnamon rolls, dogs, food. Food? Who says that? Police procedural dramas. She is the third child among 7. Daughter of a laundry woman and a jeepney driver? What's a jeepney? She went to a public school and was an average student, but took to art easily. Eventually, she pursued a degree in the fine arts, as encouraged by her father. However, when the man was diagnosed with a terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job could get her. Rose Cooper became her mentor as soon as she started as an agent at the BRC. It's been 5 years since she met her neighbor, Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Delvin Court, and later Zachary through him. Cool.
Who was that?
Who the hell are you, Rebecca? Okay.
Oh, that? It's just Rose. Rose? The one you said
Dang, it's animated too.
Back when you started.
This is cool.
You're working together again? Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. BRC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon. Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about? Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back? Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as those words left my mouth, Becca lets off a soft chuckle.
What's so funny? Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out
There's
about
Jiggle.
the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all. I honestly thought you'd back out. Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect. You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
Okay.
Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
I'm just trying to work. Let me do my hustle.
Becca, I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Hey, instant noodles are good.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
You're not my dad.
Hey, I eat other things too.
Relationships. Ooh. Wow, this is cool. Huh.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
They're decorative.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Becca's wrinkling her nose. By the time I get to the end of the small list, I think even she went a little green on the last one. What's wrong with hamburgers? I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago? Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year. In any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
She looks up. I immediately brace myself. More words. Just stop talking. Please. Leave me alone.
What am I going to do with you? I hope you
don't have to keep eating the same thing. I already told you before.
But I like
You're
it.
always free to reheat food in my fridge.
Reheat food in the fridge? I don't think that's how fridges work.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've
Right?
been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime.
Give me some
And
space.
before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money.
I'm a
And
strong,
I'm not going
independent
to ask
woman.
you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I will never take your money. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen to me, between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca, taking a quick glance at something behind me, probably the clock hanging above the notice board, snaps me out of my
Well,
thoughts.
enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
If I survive. With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history textbook. She's probably working out her lesson plan for next week. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. This is precisely why I followed her here in the first place. For some reason, for someone who makes a habit out of worrying for other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level her with a flat look. She has a cold. She has a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the weekend off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed her. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
There's no point in stopping her when she's decided. Hey, I got medicine.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
I never said Mom. I didn't choose that option.
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
I think I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, never mind, it was a yawn. Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation in my short visit. With a wave of goodbye, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Hey, I know this song. Apparently everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. Just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious, sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted here, and it's only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window. As soon as the buildings shrink in the distance, we get a glimpse of the countryside soon. Although a quick glance at my watch tells me that we're still a few minutes away from our destination, we might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to do some last-minute reviews of the mansion's documents yesterday. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life always has a way of messing things up like that. Halfway through my reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rosie anyway.
Rose?
Rose?
Guess again.
Who the Ash?
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah, you know the indie movie he's been working on for months? The premiere's going on tonight at a film fest, and he's really excited to watch it with us. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Don't go there!
Well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
You fool!
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Shut up!
I'll see you later.
Asshole!
Drop me a call when you're done.
When did that
I'll see
change?
if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid asshole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. When I'm dead. As tough as you can be. And I mean when your flesh gets tough because of the rigor mortis. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Beautifully situated in the middle of a vast open field with several lush green trees dotting the immediate vicinity that converges in a small woodlands nearby. Yet despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and the only rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, horrified at the thought of falling under the mansion's curse. Alright, we got something else new here. Friday, October 21st. Before going to the Ermengarde Mansion, Isabella Santos dropped by St. Gordia. Pretty much everything that just happened. Take her food. Former. Wait a mansion is about from. Yeah, it's just documenting everything that's happened. It's weird. Somehow, it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. It's uncanny in broad daylight. I can't imagine how this place is going to be at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. It wasn't that creepy. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum and a return of my nod. Belated, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing on and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's an hesitant expression on his face, as if something hasn't been said yet.
There's something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace. And I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house. Doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job
400 years to
but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
How could you not like
You
this
never
place?
know.
Don't leave me. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I make my approach towards the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It isn't like I have any choice in the matter anyway. Yes, you do. If I want to get that bonus in commission, or one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it, however, and my own copy of the keys dangle in my hand, now useless. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Still got paintings and stuff? It's nice in here. Entering what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. Diamond, you are snoring extra loud. I think you can totally hear that. Just a sec. Get doggy. Okay. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left in peace, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose? Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly through the hallways. Who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? 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 No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping to connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail. Oh boy, I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't gonna work. The place is big. She can be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. Take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. What? I didn't see anything. Taking a couple steps forward, I noticed something move by the hallway above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you?
I didn't see anything.
Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine. I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. I'm gonna try calling her again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Hey, what?
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope she doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down. I'm a tick. That doesn't sound good.
What? The attic? Why?
Oh my gosh. Man, do I really need to go up there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her, but why is she there? Out of all the places, she just has to go and make me fetch her in the creepiest room of this entire house. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. Carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate to picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, East Wing and West Wing. There are two attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into the stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with thick coats of dust that kicks up into the air with every step I take. Thank God it's still daytime. If it isn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I may easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks exactly as it did the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out and faded by time. Odd, I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Cleaning this is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not even here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she's said she's here in the attic. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Shut up. Brain, you're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? Oh shit, I'm locked in here, aren't I? What the hell was that? That's it, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. You must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the start. But nobody listened to me. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my own sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
What's this?
Huh? My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
lying on the ground just a couple inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this last time I was here. A few days back, me and my other few agents expected this mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been there before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I can't have missed her though, can I? There's only one set of stairs to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. With great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What? Oh my god.
Nothing but the words help me fill the page, all of it seemingly written with a crimson-shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on until... Ooh, what the heck is this? Freaking chain messages back in the 1600s? The same phrase just goes on until...
Send this to 5 people or else.
Didn't know they had Facebook back then?
Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper to peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. This room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. A pair of blood-soaked feet under my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds without skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things that one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Be brave and look up. That could instantly have whatever this thing is standing in front of me just instantly kill me. Closing my eyes in prayer. I feel like it's one of those creatures, if you look it in the eye, you're dead. But it might not be. I'm not leaning towards looking at it, honestly. I think it'd be better if I close my eyes and hope it just disappears. So I open my eyes, the feet will be gone. But if I end up looking at this thing, it's probably gonna kill me. How do I save? Boom. Alright, we're gonna try closing our eyes. I shut my eyes tight, muttering fervent prayers under my breath.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Don't make me open my eyes, please. Prayers taught to me as a child by my mom and papa slip out endlessly through my teeth. Because God, oh God, if you have to listen to my prayers, please listen to this one. And if God doesn't listen, at least I won't be saying the thing that kills me. A cold comfort. I wait. And I wait some more. But when nothing happens, I dare to take a peek. Oh crap, it's gonna be looking at me. Oh, see, it worked. Only to find that the ghost, the thing, whatever it is, gone. Relief washes over me as I shakily get up to my feet and back. Oh, it's gonna be right behind me. Or at least I'm just gonna back up without turning around. Wrenching it open, I slip out without a second thought and make a run for it down the stairs and onto the hallway. I take a look back to make sure it isn't behind me. Any other person might have stopped, dismissed it as a trick of the light and an overreactive imagination. But I'm not taking any chances. I'm not giving that thing another chance to catch me off guard. I don't think I'll ever feel safe until I get out of here. Whatever that is, every warning bell in my mind is telling me that it's going to jump out at any moment and get me while I'm still in this place.
I told them! I freaking told them! Oh man, oh man, oh man!
Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoe slips and I find myself falling until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Oh, not again. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. Help me. Oh, this is cool. There's an opening. What? This is sick. Look at this. This is awesome. It's all animated and shit. Back in. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. It's like Wooly. Ashhole. Maybe. What? Isabella. Sachiko? There's a black guy. Yo, this is gonna be awesome. I'm so hyped to get more into this, but I think we're gonna stop it there and we'll get back to it in the next episode. So stay tuned, guys. I got more coming up.